This is the Euro Aussie on the 5 minute, and we have a head and shoulders setting up. This head and shoulders, if we do get an entry, it's looking like we could. I just need a higher high, higher close here. We could be playing here for big extended targets based on a bigger, higher time frame head and shoulders. And just to show you what I mean, we've got a couple of minutes until I potentially get an entry here. So I was in this trade, big head and shoulders last week, which hit target ones, but we never got the follow through. So quite simply, we had a move up, breaching the structure level. We saw a pullback into this structure level, which we held, and right now we're consolidating and moving sideways. So determining here which direction we're going to go. Let's go to the 240, and this is really where we can see this very big head and shoulders. We already know that this level has been held, and if you look here, we had a triple test, and then what we had was this. We had a left shoulder, we came down for a double bottom. It was actually a triple test, and then here this became an initial structure high violating this level, and then we saw a pullback, and then that pullback we have seen multiple higher high, higher closes. And so we can very easily here look for an AB equals CD pattern. Yep, and we duplicate that, and we can look at the market coming up to this level. 1 second, just let me drop to the 5, see if we get our entry. Nope, no higher high, higher closes yet, so I'm going to go ahead here and set another 5 minute reminder, see if we can get it. Let's go back out to the 240, finish what we were talking about. So yeah, I actually think that we can come up to this structure level here, and yeah, this is a very nice level of structure. If you look here, and we've got the 3 tests here as well, we've got a little shelf here, and then we've got an area of consolidation. So let's go to the 60, and this is what I'm looking at. This is trend continuation, so we have a move higher, a pullback, a move higher, a pullback. So looking for long opportunities to continue this move higher, and certainly would be looking for first targets up at this area, secondary targets at the completion of that AB equals CD pattern, or a retest of these highs just up here. So let's drop down to the 15 then. I'm just going to remove these orders, and we can actually see that we've already had a double bottom here. In fact, is that valid? So there's the wicks. We've had 1 test, we've had 2 tests, we've had a move higher. This is a 2618 entry right now, as well as the head and shoulders. So I can actually use that as the entry instead of the head and shoulders on the 5. But I am just going to drop to the 5 and show you this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead here right now and buy this up. Just remove those for a minute and show you what I'm looking at. Right, so here on the 5 then, so double bottom 2618 on the 15, but here on the 5 we actually have the head and shoulders. So we have left shoulder, head, pullback, and then here this made an initial structure high. Then we see a pullback, and simply waiting for a higher high, higher close entry. So very nice looking head and shoulders here. You can draw it that way if you want, or you can draw it this way. It depends what you want. But high probability here then that we're going to go higher. So 2 targets I'm looking for. Let's bring back on those orders. Since this is a 2618, okay, let's have a look. And it's trend continuation. I'm going to want to be a couple of pips before, actually no, ignore that. want to be a lot higher. Okay, right, second targets are up here, 176 pips. First target's a retest just here. I want to be 5 pips before. I'm actually going to go 9 pips before, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's just remove these orders again. I want to make sure my stop's in the right place, so let's go to the 15, bring back on those orders. Okay, to make this safe, what's the risk on this trade? 22. I'm going to go lower. Okay, I'm going to be below this level. Okay, and this is a trade that we are now in. Looks a bit of a mess with all that information there, but the risk on this trade then is 25. Target ones is 72, 173 for target 2. So very nice opportunity there using double bottom 2618, trend continuation, 5 minute head and shoulders, and the bigger 240 head and shoulders as well. We're back for the final update, and currently on a 60-minute time frame, and we got to move up to retest these candle closes just here before the market turned and stopped me out for 25 pips. I'm just going to drop to the 15, and just so I can talk through this. This was the double bottom, this was the break above close above 2618 entry. It worked out quite well. We came up to retest, as I say, the hourly up here, but at 12:30 we had Aussie news out and rallied the other way. What a real shame. This was a very high probability trade to go and complete that head and shoulders. Trade is still valid. You know, we haven't breached our outside return. This is the initial structure high. If we get something like a nice 3-bar reversal in here, or some kind of a double bottom and a 2618 entry, I will re-enter this again. But right now, that's a loss for 25.